Now the important is load and export. That is very, very important. Now come to what is load name configuration. Let me click on it. Okay. So let's cancel it first. See that load configuration version. If you click on it, guys, see that is very important. Load version. Okay. So what is load version, guys? Okay. I'm explaining. See that, guys. Come again. Okay. Revert means whatever, if you do any changes and you saved it, like come to the object and I just created this object. Okay, whatever the changes you will do, creating any policies, anything, and if you, instead of committing, what I do, I have just saved the changes. Go here and I will save the changes. Saving the changes, it will create one snapshot profile, but it is saved. It is not committed, right? It is not committed. Okay. So that thing in the revert, if you want to, revert to the last saved configuration. Okay, whatever you have saved it and you want to revert and go to that saved configuration, you can do that. To reverting to the last saved configuration, whatever you saved it, okay, and you want to, and then the last saved configuration, you can do that. And what is running configuration? Revert to the running configuration. It means whatever the committed, last you have committed it, you will go to that configuration. Okay, last committed configuration. So reverting means reverting to the running configuration. It means we are going to the last committed configuration. Okay, whatever I have last committed the configuration. This is the meaning of revert. In the revert, there is a two things. Either go to the last, whenever we have last committed it, we will revert to the last running config of last committed running config. Okay, till we can go to that. It means we will revert to the last committed configuration. That is the meaning of revert to the running config. And whatever, if you make any changes and instead of commit, we have saved it. Okay, revert to the last saved configuration. It means what? We will just, whatever the config which we have saved it, so which go to the last saved configuration, which I've already explained, right? And saving means there are two things. Save candidate configuration is the same things. You create anything and just go and just save it, just like save changes. That is the meaning of save. And what is the meaning of saved name configuration? Saved name configuration, it means if you're saving anything and you are giving the name of that config. Okay, you are saving anything, okay, but giving the name of this configuration, so it will saved with the some name. So whenever you want to move to the that saved configuration, it will move to the that one, which I have just did it. I have just saved with the weekdays batch. Okay, and if I move to that, I will, right? I will. It's not coming. There is some problem. Okay, so whatever you have saved it, it will move to the last. Whenever you saved it, saving the configuration, you will, this one save candidate configuration, it's a default saving. It will saved into the some snapshot profile, but this will save your config, but you will give some specific name to that, so you can use it in the future. Okay, so revert and save done. Now come to the load. Now what is load? Load is what? Load is not going to play with the saving configuration, never. So what is load? I'm just clicking this. See that this is very, very important, guys. Revert and save is not that much important. This is very important. Load version, guys. Revert and save is not that important. Very important is load version. But we know what is revert. We already understand what is revert and save. Okay. What is load version, guys? See that by default, I'm saying, what is this? This is we can see the number, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and date and time. See that 2nd February, 8, 5, whatever in the morning time, some there. This is the guys last committed. These all are the committed one. It means I have committed it in this firewall 39 times. This is a 39 times. Guys, by default, it will take care of 100 commit only. Okay. I think 100 commit, for last 100 commit, it will saved it. But it means it will have the data of last 100 commit. Okay. So these all are the committing stuffs. So guys, what I want to explain it, load is very important. Like this 39 one, someone came in the office in the night, okay, and he made any changes, and due to this he has committed it, okay, he has committed the configuration. So in the morning, what happened when you came in the office, you have found that there is some network outage. Users are complaining, I don't know what happened, my laptop is not working, my internet is not working, a big outage. So how will you figure it out? So instead of going to the what is source IP, what is destination IP, well, it's a big outage. So guys, instead of go for troubleshooting, so whatever, it's a priority one. What you will do? See that what I will do. I know that 31. Suppose I'm taking one example. Suppose. So which one is? See that these three are in the same time, right? These four are in the same time. Suppose this one 18. 18. This is 33 one committed in the same 18, but it's committed in the 12:02 p.m. and rest of all committed in the 11 p.m. in the night, right? 23, 23, 23. I'm just taking one example, guys. Don't be confused. So suppose that user came in the night at 11 and that user pushed 1, 2, 3. Okay, this all he has pushed only. So you think that could be in the night that user came and he has committed that many of time. Okay, but in the night he has pushed. So whatever he did the changes, could be there is some fault. What I will do, I will replace it with these changes. So whatever the version you will select it, guys, you will go to that particular one. So if I select it, 12.1, I will go to that. It will totally come to that only. So whatever it is, so it will totally come on there, guys. Okay. So that's how we can use it, guys. That is, load is very, very important. If someone who did any mistakes, whatever, if you want to go to the so you will see that where you want to go. Okay. So you have about data of last 100 actually. So which day you want to go to. So it means you require that, because in the revert only we can go for last previously saved. Okay. In the revert, where we can go, guys? Last previously, only one commit, last committed. Okay. What happen if that guy in the night he has committed multiple times? Okay. So you will not able to identify in which commit he did mistake. So you know that at this 12 p.m. whoever is committed, till then my device was, there was a no complaint, it was working fine. So I will revert to that. Right? I will just go to that. Wherever you want to revert it, you can go it. So that whatever the configuration was there on that particular commit, it will take effect. Okay, what is load named configuration snapshot? If you click on that, nothing, it will just create a name, just like weekend batch, which I have created, right? Just the same thing, whatever you have saved it, right? Weekdays batch. If I load it, then let's see. Now come load with some other. My saved config. So whatever if you create with the saved configuration, right? It will showing in the load one. See that. So this is my saved config. I have created with user 3, user 4, user 5. It will come. But guys, make sure load configuration, load name configuration is snapshot. That is not the committed one. Okay, write the difference between. Write it, guys. Load name configuration, that is only the saved config only. You has to be, if you want to move it, you have to be committed. See that if I hovering over the commit, it is showing hovering. It means it's required, something is pending, right? Right? It means it's not pending, it's not committed. But in the load configuration version, if I move to any of the version, guys, like 37, it will move to the commit. Okay, move to the commit. Okay, guys. So that is a very, very important. So now we understand the meaning of load version configuration. Come to that. Export. Now we understood what is revert, what is save, what is load. So guys, now what is export, guys? Okay. Guys, see that if you want to take a backup of a firewall, we can do it from the export. Okay. So how we can do it? There's a 3 method. One is export named configuration. If I do it, I will give this some name. Okay. anything export file. So whatever export file, it means what? It will take a backup of your all device. It will take the backup of operating systems. It will take the backup of all access list. It will take the backup of all netting, routing, all the interface details. It will take a backup of everything, guys. Okay. So guys, export, it means what? Guys, it's very important. Export means if you want to like see that export, let's first see that export device state. Okay. Once I click on it, guys, it will locally came. Okay. See that. It means what? Till then, we have seen the backup of revert, save, and load. Those three are actually a file which is located into the firewall, right? Revert, save, and load, which is actually located where it is located. Reverting whatever the saving and running config they are, I'm getting those information. Those backup are already into the firewall only, right? But like I want to take a backup of my firewall and I want to save it locally. Locally means somewhere else. Okay, in my laptop, not in the firewall. So that is, guys, if you want to have a big if you want to take a backup of a firewall, go with this export device state. So once you click on it, it will saved here. Okay, it will saved here. So I will explain this thing. What is export device state? If I click on it, what would happen, guys? Okay, now click. So it is the same thing. Which version? See that 39 one. Which version? Whatever you have last committed it, the load one, guys. Okay, whatever I have last rebooted it, committed it. Which version you want to take a backup of that? So this is actually a backup of the last committed. Whenever I have last committed it till then. So guys, make sure in the office you used to take a backup. This kind of last committed backup, you can use it to take a backup daily on the daily basis. This kind of backup actually has to be taken on the. Okay, guys, clear? So export version configuration is actually a backup of last committed backup. Okay, guys, that need to be taken daily if you want. Understood? And now export named configuration snapshot. What is that? Like if you want to create any backup and if you want to give the name. So we understand what is if you want to take a backup of your device, whichever device, just select it. So now we understanding, guys. So if we want to take a backup of, now see the first thing, export. So export means what? Taking a backup locally, not at the device. Okay, exporting. Okay, so like if I click on it, come to the first export named configuration. So whatever I have saved it with the named configuration, right? Named configuration, I will get it here. So like I want to save the weekdays batch. Okay, once I do that, it will come here, guys. See that? It will come here. Okay, it will come here. What is that? It means it is not in the firewall. It will come locally, guys. If I want to open it, okay, let's see what is, okay, I don't know the file, which file it will open, let it be. So it will come here, guys. So it means it will come to your local laptop, local desktop. So whatever you have saved configuration would be there, guys. That thing we can, if you want to export it, you can export it here. And whatever the load configuration version is there, if you want to export it, you can export it from here, guys. So whatever I have last committed it, we can, which version, whatever the version you want to take a backup, guys. If I click on it, I have just selected 30, it came here. See that? So this is a difference. What we are doing, this one I am doing to taking a backup at my personal file. So guys, two things we know. This export configuration file means it will only provide me the details of last committing. Okay, whatever the last commit, which commit you want. Okay, whatever the committed I want. But guys, suppose this backup export device state, we need to take monthly basis or either after 15 days, after 2 weeks even. Okay, that is very important. This is actually export. Once I click it, it will come here. It is very, very important file, guys. So where it is required, I will let you know. So that file, it is considered of all the drivers of my operating systems. It has a information of all the drivers, all the operating systems, all the updates, all the policies, routing, those actually have. But it has a information of everything. It is an export device state is the main backup of my Palo Alto device, guys. main backup. And where it is required, that is very much important. We need to take in each month if you want to take monthly basis, or either 15 days, in the 15 days. That is very important. And where it is required, guys, I am going to explain it. Guys, see that import. Import is what? Where import? See that import device state. Device state, we have said import device state. So guys, suppose I'm just telling, suppose I'm going to give you the two scenarios. One scenario is that, suppose that this my firewall, okay. See that if I click on export named configuration, so whatever the firewall, if I import it, I want to import of the some of the, I need to go to the browser, browse, like in this firewall only, okay. In this firewall only, in this firewall, I am working, or even the other firewall, I want to import some configuration. What kind of configuration? Like last, whatever I have last rebooted it, I have, okay, whatever the last rebooted, I have exported version, whatever I have exported it, and those exported backup, if I want to import it, even in this firewall or even some other firewall as well, So guys, suppose if my firewall would down, okay, this firewall would down, okay, it's totally, I have a backup of this one, export configuration version. We know that export configuration version is the backup of, you can take any commit, but I have taken the last commit according to that, okay. And this firewall went down, and whatever the configuration was there in my firewall, all erased, everything erased, okay, due to any means, all configuration of this particular firewall all erased. What I will do, I will connect to the console, I will connect with the management, whatever we use to, right, okay. And once we get the management access, we'll log into the GUI. Once I got the GUI access, I will go to the device and come here. I will import that export configuration file. That's it. Once I will import it, everything would, understood guys? Very important, right? Understood guys? Okay. How we can import it? Go to the import, browse, and wherever it is now in the download, whatever export version I had, right? So we can import it, right? Whatever we can. But guys, so whatever the last configuration version would be there, we can commit it, we can import it from there, okay? So that firewall, if anything would erase, we can have a backup of that, right? But what is import device state? So guys, I have explained it. Export device state is having all the drivers of my operating system, updates, signatures, everything information, okay? So guys, suppose if this device has, I'm replacing, like this device has a version of something else, okay, and I'm replacing this device, like I'm doing RMA or something, I'm replacing with the new version or some other version, okay. That particular time, guys, we need to require export device state, okay. So guys, make sure sometimes what that particular time we need to export device state, that thing, that we have a backup of export device state, and that thing, how we can import it. So we are using like RMA has done, or some kind of a new device, new version, new series of device are coming. That time I need like I'm upgrading my firewall device, okay. So that time we need a export device state. So that export device state we can import it, okay. Just browse it and import it wherever your file, okay. And simply once you import this this file, what happened? All the drivers, whatever was there in your older version, it come to the new version of your updated device of your firewalls. Understood, guys? So now we understand what is the meaning of revert, save, load, export, import. That is very important, guys. And we know that what is the meaning of saving, and when we are doing the backup, export, it's a backup, guys. Really, we need to take a backup for this, okay. Anyway, it is coming by default, but we need to also save it locally if something happened wrong with my firewall. And this export device state, we need to take it either 15 days or either monthly, okay guys. So that's the import options. If something would happen wrong with my firewall, and if all the configuration would erase, that particular time we can use this export file. I will import it with this backup file, and all the config would come up. But if you're upgrading from the one device to the other device or going from the higher to lower device, that time we need to take our export device state backup. We need to just import it. That's going to be work. That is, guys. So that's all for the restore and backup. So we understand now. You guys, there are lots of question in the revert and saving, right? So now we understood, right? What is revert? Okay, revert only we can move to the last previous saving configuration on previous. So guys, now I want to save anything. Whatever I did it, I don't know what I did. I'm going to save a one configuration. I have already explained. Whatever the save you will do, whatever the commit you will do, first do the preview changes, right? I've explained it, guys. If not, okay. So what I'm going to show you, two things. I see that. That's what I want to show you. Local device changes. This is a candidate config. Whatever the changes you have done here, it will come to the candidate config. But once you commit it, it will come to the running config. Got it? And I have already explained it. I think if you remember, added, modified, and deleted. This is the color, remember. So let's see if I go. Okay. Something has come with the red color. Could be in the last time we have removed something. Okay. It means I removed something at the running config. Okay. So here we have removed it. Something also here we have removed it. So those kind of information we can see that. So guys, if you are in the office and if you see any kind of red in color, actually it's pink in color. So guys, you need to be watch it carefully. Why it is? Because this color is actually showing someone has deleted something, guys. So if you are going to commit anything and if you see this color, it means someone deleted it. You need to look it twice or very carefully. I need to ask your colleague. Okay, hey, what changes you have made? I have seen this. This is deletion, because if there is a what happened, guys, is happened to me. Like someone in my previous like in the night someone came and someone do deletion everything. In the morning I came in the office and my job was in the morning to commit the changes, and I have committed blindly I have committed it. Okay, so I have committed it with my name, right, when I committed it, but this change was done by some other guy anyway. Okay, I know that this change, even we all know that this change has been done by some other guy, but I have committed it. So all fingers and someone wrongly deletion has been done. Okay, so due to that deletion some outage would happen, but I have committed it. All has put it raise the finger against me. Hey, why you have committed it? Why you didn't identify that there is a deletion? Right? So this kind of questions, make sure, guys, it should be asked. So whatever, if you're committing any changes, guys, don't do blindly. The lab we are doing, it is going blindly, but don't do it in the office. You need to watch it carefully for anything.